Hoy te voy a enseñar verbos muy pero muy comunes en el inglés que vas a tener que dominar sí o sí si es que quieres llegar a comunicar en inglés, si es que quieres llegar a poder hablar y entender la gente cuando te habla. Si tú quieres que yo te apoye con tu inglés, que vengas a mi curso de listening y pronunciación, enlace en el primer comentario. Y si necesitas más videos como este, necesito que me avises en los comentarios. Ya, comencemos. Ok, te voy a dar los verbos en presente, en pasado simple y el participio pasado para formar los tiempos compuestos. Ya, también hay que tomar en cuenta que lo mejor es si tú haces tus propios ejemplos. No hay nada mejor para mejorar tu inglés que empezar a usarlo, ¿ok? El primer verbo tenemos to become. Llegar a ser o convertirse en, ¿ok? Presente tenemos become, pasado, became y participio pasado acá, become. Become, became, become. I think we could become friends. Creo que podríamos llegar a ser amigos.
I think we could become friends. I think we could become friends.
De pasado, it's why she became a cop. Es por eso que ella se convirtió en policía.
It's why she became a cop. It's why she became a cop.
Y al final, participio pasado, become. I have become a fan of X persona, X cosa, ¿no? Me ha hecho fanático de X persona, X cosa.
I have become a fan of Sheldon Cooper. I have become a fan of Sheldon Cooper.
To leave significa salir o dejar, ¿ok? Y tenemos leave, left, left. Leave, left, left. Leave me alone, ¿ok? Déjame en paz, déjame solo. Leave me alone.
Leave me alone, leave me alone.
Left. I left my passport on the table. Dejé mi pasaporte por la mesa.
I left my passport. I left my passport.
Left, participio pasado. She must have left. Ella debe haberse ido. She must have left.
She must have left. She must have left.
Y también, si notas, te estoy también dando ejemplos de tercera persona en presente simple para que te acuerdes que tienes que añadir la S ahí, ¿ok? Ahora, to put. To put, poner. Put, put, put. Put. Muy fácil, igual en todos los tiempos. I put on my hat. Me puse el sombrero.
I put on my hat. I put on my hat.
De pasado, he put his hands on me. Él me puso las manos encima.
He put his hands on me. He put his hands on me.
Yeah, participio pasado. I've put some fresh towels in your bedroom. He puesto algunas toallas limpias en tu habitación.
I've put some fresh towels in your bedrooms. I've put some fresh towels in your bedrooms.
Ahora, mean. De significar o como quiere decir, ¿no? Tenemos mean, meant, meant. Mean, meant, meant. What do you mean? ¿Qué quieres decir?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Meant, I meant what I said. Quise decir lo que dije.
I meant what I said. I meant what I said.
Meant, it would have meant a lot to me. Habría significado mucho para mí.
Then it would have meant a lot to me. Then it would have meant a lot to me.
To keep, mantener o guardar. Tenemos keep, kept, kept. Keep, kept, kept. I keep my promises. Mantengo mis promesas.
I keep my promises. I keep my promises.
Pasado, kept. I kept your secret. Guardé tu secreto.
I kept your secret. I kept your secret.
Y participio, kept. I have kept many secrets. He guardado muchos secretos.
I've kept many secrets. I've kept many secrets.
Si este video te cuesta un poco y quieres empezar con un curso comprensivo gratis, el curso más comprensivo que hay aquí por YouTube, voy a dejar el enlace aquí para mi curso acá. También ahí puedes bajar un ebook y audio 100% gratis. También enlace en el primer comentario. Ya. To hold, que puede ser tanto como mantener, retener, sostener. Hold, held. Hold, held. Hold this, please. Sostén este, por favor.
Hold this, please. Hold this, please.
Held, they held us down. Acá tenemos un phrasal verb, nos retuvieron.
Held me down. Held me down.
And then held, they must have held him there. Deben haberlo retenido ahí.
They must have held him there. They must have held him there.
To believe, creer en algo muchas veces. Believe, believed. I believe you. Te creo.
I believe you. I believe you.
Believed, nobody believed me.
Nobody believed me. Nobody believed me.
And believed, I should have believed you. I should have believed you.
I should have believed you. I should have believed you.
To seem, seemed. Seem. You seem sad. Pareces triste.
You seem sad. You seem sad.
Pasado, seemed. They seemed so sweet. Ellos parecían tan dulces.
They seem so sweet. They seem so sweet.
Seemed. You have seemed angry at me. Has parecido enojado conmigo, a lo mejor últimamente.
You have seemed angry at me. You have seemed angry at me.
To help, ayudar. Help, helped. Nota acá la ed, estamos pronunciando como una T. Help, helped, help. I just wanna help. I just wanna, want to, wanna. Solo quiero ayudar. I just wanna help.
I just want to help. I just want to help.
Helped. They helped us. Nos ayudaron.
They helped us. They helped us.
Helped. He's helped me. He's helped me.
He's helped me. He's helped me.
To talk. Hablar. Muy esencial este verbo, ¿no? Talk, talked. Igual la E de acá como T. Talk, talked. I want to talk to you. Te quiero hablar. I wanna or I want to. I wanna talk to you.
I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you.
De pasado, I'm glad we talked. Me alegro que hablamos.
I'm glad we talked. I'm glad we talked.
Perfecto acá. Chandler, we have talked about this. Chandler, hemos hablado de esto. Yeah. Chandler, we have talked about this.
Chandler, we have talked about this. Chandler, we have talked about this.
To turn, girar, ¿ya? Turn, turned. Don't turn your head. No vuelves la cabeza. No giras tu cabeza. ¿Ya? Don't turn your head. Y eso es algo normalmente que dicen los padres a los niños cuando los padres están hablando, cuando están enojados y los niños como, Don't turn your head when I talk to you. ¿Ya? Que me tienes que prestar atención. Mírame en los ojos. ¿Ya? Don't turn your head.
Don't
Turn your head. Turn your head.
De pasado, he definitely turned his head.
He definitely turned his head. He definitely turned his head.
Turned, de nuevo, yeah. I must have turned it off. Acá tenemos un phrasal verb. Debo haberlo apagado. Igual, muy útil saber los phrasal verbs turn on, turn off, etc. I must have turned it off.
I must have turned it off. I must have turned it off.
To start. Comenzar, yeah? Start, started, started. I want to start over. Quiero comenzar de nuevo.
I want to start over. I want to start over.
Started, I started to hope. Empecé a tener esperanza.
I started to hope. I started to hope.
Started, the opera must have already started. La ópera ya debe haber comenzado.
They've already started. They've already started.
To show. Mostrar, yeah? Show, showed, shown. Show, showed, shown. Let me show you. Deje que te muestre.
Let me show you. Let me show you.
Pasado, showed. He showed me that video. Él me mostró ese video.
You showed me that video. You showed me that video.
Shown, everything he's shown you is fake.
I've shown you everything. I've shown you everything.
To hear, oír, escuchar, okay? Hear, heard, heard. Hear, heard, heard. I can't hear you.
I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Heard, I heard the piano.
I heard the piano. I heard the piano.
Heard, I've never heard of it. I've never heard of it.
I never heard of it. I never heard of it.
To play, jugar o tocar algún instrumento. Play, played, played. I play the drums, or I play drums.
I play drums. I play drums.
Played, pasado, we played tennis yesterday.
Played tennis yesterday, Nick. Played tennis yesterday, Nick.
And played, you have played bingo, right?
You have played bingo, right? You have played bingo, right?
To run. Correr o dirigir. Dirigir como un negocio, una compañía, algo, ¿no? Run, ran, run. Run, ran, run. He can run like the wind.
He can run like the wind. He can run like the wind.
Ran, she got scared and she ran.
Scared and she ran. Scared and she ran.
Run, I've never run that fast.
Run that fast. Run that fast.
To move. Moverse como el cuerpo o mudarse como de casa, ¿ya? To move. Move, moved, moved. I want to move to Manhattan. Quiero mudarme a Manhattan. No lo quiero. I want to move to Manhattan.
I want to move to Manhattan. I want to move to Manhattan.
Moved, de pasado, he moved to Bangkok. He moved to Bangkok.
He moved to Bangkok. He moved to Bangkok.
And moved, for years, they've moved from place to place.
Years they've moved from place to place. Years they've moved from place to place.
To like, gustar, o también si es una persona, puede ser caerse bien, ¿no? En inglés si decimos I like her, no quiere decir como me gusta, más como me cae muy bien. Pero tenemos like, liked, liked. Like, liked, liked. De como te, ¿no? I like dogs. Me gustan los perros.
I like dogs. I like dogs.
Liked. They liked him.
They liked him. They liked him.
Liked. I might never have liked you. Puede que nunca me hayas gustado o que nunca iba a caerme bien si no habías hecho X cosa, ¿no? I might never have liked you.
I might never have liked you. I might never have liked you.
To live, vivir. Okay? Live, lived, lived. I live nearby. Yo vivo cerca.
I live nearby. I live nearby.
Lived, pasado. She lived alone.
She lived alone. She lived alone.
Lived. I've lived here all my life.
I've lived here all my life. I've lived here all my life.
To begin. Comenzar, ¿ya? Begin, began, begun. Begin, began, begun. Your training begins at dawn. Tu entrenamiento comienza al amanecer.
Your training begins at dawn. Your training begins at dawn.
Began, I began to learn. Empecé a aprender.
I began to learn. I began to learn.
Begun. Rumors have begun to spread. Los rumores han comenzado a extenderse. Rumors have begun to spread.
Rumors have begun to spread. Rumors have begun to spread.
To let. Dejar, ¿ya? Y de nuevo, igual a put. Tenemos let. Everybody let me win. Todos me dejan ganar.
Everybody lets me win. Everybody lets me win.
De pasado, he let me go. Él me dejó ir.
He let me go. He let me go.
Participio pasado, I shouldn't have let that happen. No debería haber dejado que ese sucediera.
I shouldn't let that happen. I shouldn't let that happen.
¿Ok? El primer verbo que tenemos hoy, hablar. Hablar, to speak. Y tenemos speak, presente, spoke, pasado, spoken, participio pasado. Speak, spoke, spoken. Pero también una estructura muy usado es speak to someone. Habla con alguien.
I speak to them. I speak to them.
Enid, can I speak to you for a moment? Enid, can I speak to you for a moment?
O en pasado, spoke.
I spoke to Bill Colden about you. I spoke to Bill Colden about you.
I spoke to her. I spoke to her.
Ahora tenemos spoken.
I've spoken to many of my friends today. I've spoken to many of my friends today.
Mr. Burgas, I've spoken to you before. Mr. Burgas, I've spoken to you before.
Ahora tenemos leer. Read. To read. Nota acá en presente to read. En pasado y participio pasado, la misma ortografía pero pronunciación diferente, ¿ok? Read, read, read. Acá tenemos el I de español. Read, read, read. Read, read, read. Día. Read.
I read the newspapers. I read the newspapers.
En pasado, read.
I read the Encyclopedia Hypnotica last year. I read the Encyclopedia Hypnotica last year.
Y en tiempo perfecto, I've read.
I read the brief. I read the brief.
Ahora, la próxima, to spend. Spend puede ser gastar si estamos hablando del dinero o pasar si estamos hablando del tiempo. Spend, spent, spent. Spend, spent, spent. Nota la pronunciación al final diferente. Spend, spent, spent.
I spend a lot of time on the computer. I spend a lot of time on the computer.
O en pasado, spent.
I spent a lot of time in hospitals as a child. I spent a lot of time in hospitals as a child.
O I've spent a lot of time with my family.
I spent a lot of time in hospitals. I spent a lot of time in hospitals.
To grow, crecer. Y la frase más común acá que vamos a usar aquí es un phrasal verb, grow up. Presente, grow. Pasado, grew. Pasado participio, grown. Grow, grew, grown.
I want to be a nun when I grow up. I want to be a nun when I grow up.
I grew up en pasado, ¿no?
I grew up in Jersey. I grew up in Jersey.
Wow, you've grown up. Eres un adulto ya.
I've grown up. I've grown up.
To win. Win. Ganar. Ganar algo. ¿Ok? Presente, win. Won. Won.
I never win anything. I never win anything.
I win every time. I win every time.
Nota acá en pasado, won. Won.
You won 4 games last season. You won 4 games last season.
I just won an art contest. I just won an art contest.
I've just won.
I've just won my 4th game. I've just won my 4th game.
I've won this district 11 times. I've won this district 11 times.
To buy. Ahora, to buy. Comprar. Tenemos buy, bought. Lo mismo, la misma pronunciación en pasado y participio pasado. Buy, bought.
I buy an electric stamp every week at the post office, £5. I buy an electric stamp every week at the post office, £5.
I buy 1% milk. I buy 1% milk.
En pasado, I bought.
I bought a video camera last year.
I've just bought, la misma pronunciación del pasado, I've just bought a dog.
I bought a dog.
This time I have bought a gun. This time I have bought a gun.
To send. Enviar. Tenemos send, sent, sent. Send, sent. La estructura más común con send es send something to someone. Mandar algo a alguien.
How do I send a message to Earth?
En pasado, sent.
I sent a message to Cameron.
I've sent.
I've sent the letter to Stamford with an M.
To build. Build, construir. Y tenemos build, built. Build, built. Y la estructura normalmente es build something, construir algo.
I want to build a university.
I want to build a road, but I need wood. I want to build a road, but I need wood.
En pasado, built. I built something.
I built this fence.
I built this place with no help from you.
I've built.
Or is it because I built a stronghold around Greenland?
To fall. Y tenemos fall, fell, fallen. Fall, fell, fallen. I fall in love with you every day. Me enamoro contigo cada día. To fall in love.
Why do I fall in love with every woman I see? Why do I fall in love with
every woman I see.
Ahora pasado, fell.
I fell in love with you. I fell in love with you.
Ahora, I've fallen in love with you.
I've fallen in love with you. I've fallen in love with you.
To cut, cortar, ¿ya? Y, ojo, acá tenemos la misma pronunciación en cada tiempo. Cut. No cut más cut. Baja la mandíbula. Cut.
I cut that grass for free. I cut that grass for free.
O en pasado, misma pronunciación, cut.
I cut my own hair. I cut my own hair.
I've cut.
I have cut my own hair and several dogs. I have cut my own hair and several dogs.
To sell. To sell, vender. Y tenemos sell, sold. La misma pronunciación acá, pasado, participio pasado. Sell, sold.
I sell televisions at Best Buy. I sell televisions at Best Buy.
Ahora en pasado, sold.
I sold the house. I sold the house.
I've sold.
I sold some pieces. I sold some pieces.
To drive. Es decir, manejar o conducir. Y tenemos drive, drove, driven. Drive, drove, driven. Y la estructura normalmente es drive más un tipo de auto normalmente.
I drive a bike. I drive a bike.
O en pasado, drove.
I drove a black Trans Am. I drove a black Trans Am.
I've never driven a truck.
And I've never driven my car to the top of Mount Washington. And I've never driven my car to the top of Mount Washington.
To break. Romper. Y la estructura más común es break something. Romper algo. Y tenemos break, broke, broken. I break a lot of cups.
Or to break your camera. Or to break your camera.
Pasado, broke.
I broke the car. I broke the car.
I think I've broken my leg.
I think I've broken the strap. I think I've broken the strap.
To wear. Vestir, ¿no? Y normalmente vamos a decir wear something. Y tenemos wear, wore, worn. Wear, wore, worn. I usually wear.
I wear a blouse, then I wear pants. I wear a blouse, then I wear pants.
Ahora pasado, wore.
I wore woman's clothes. I wore woman's clothes.
I've worn.
I've worn lots of shoes. I've worn lots of shoes.
To hit. Golpear, ¿ya? To hit. También puede ser chocar si es un auto, pero normalmente la estructura es to hit someone, golpear a alguien. Y tenemos la misma pronunciación, hit. No, I never hit him.
I never hit your mother. I never hit your mother.
O en pasado, hit.
I hit him first. I hit him first.
O I've never hit anyone.
I've never hit a kid before. I've never hit a kid before.
To eat. Tenemos eat, ate, eaten. Eat, ate, eaten. I eat a lot.
I ate this soup. I ate this soup.
En pasado, ate.
I ate the shells. I ate the shells.
I've never eaten octopus.
I have eaten some mushrooms. I have eaten some mushrooms.
To teach. Enseñar. Y normalmente la estructura es to teach someone something.
I teach you some close-up magic. I teach you
some close-up magic.
En pasado, I taught.
I taught him games. I taught him games.
I've taught you many things.
I know I've taught you lots of things. I know I've taught you lots of things.
To draw. Dibujar. Y tenemos draw, drew, drawn. Draw, drew, drawn. I draw often.
I draw the line at 50. I draw the line at 50.
Él lo dibujó. He drew it.
I drew it. I drew it.
I've drawn.
I've drawn a bath. I've drawn a bath.
To choose. Elegir, ¿ok? Y normalmente es choose to más un verbo. Choose, chose, chosen. Choose, chose, chosen. I choose to stay.
Yes, but I choose to speak English. Yes, but I choose to speak English.
He chose to go.
I chose to be here. I chose to be here.
I've chosen you.
So I've chosen to believe you. So I've chosen to believe you.
To seek. Buscar. I, mismo I de español, ¿no? Y tenemos seek, sought, sought. Seek, sought, sought. Y normalmente es seek someone or something, ¿no? Buscar a alguien o a algo.
I seek my own answers. I seek my own answers.
I sought, pasado, I sought the wrong answer.
In need I sought you. In need I sought you.
She's, la contracción, she's always sought my approval.
I have always sought the approval of a somewhat higher power. I have always sought the approval of a somewhat higher power.
To deal. To deal. Es como tratar con alguien, o si es algo negativo, más como agregar con alguien, ¿no? Y tenemos to deal, dealt, dealt. Deal, dealt, dealt. Deal with someone. Tratar con o agregar con alguien.
I deal with customers like him all the time. I deal with customers like him all the time.
I dealt with him yesterday.
And I dealt with him. And I dealt with him.
I've never dealt.
I've never dealt with anyone like him before. I've never dealt with anyone like him before.
To fight. Luchar. O también pelear, ¿no? Y normalmente la estructura es fight for someone or something, etc. Y tenemos fight, fought, fought. Fight, fought, fought. Fight for.
I fight for that child. I fight for that child.
I fight for my country. I fight for my country.
Fought. I fought for you.
You wanted to play, I fought for you. You wanted to play, I fought for you.
I fought for a living. I fought for a living.
I fought my whole life.
I've fought for plenty in my life. I've fought for plenty in my life.
To throw. 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 Es como tirar o lanzar. Y tenemos throw, threw, thrown. Throw, threw, thrown. Hay que sacar la lengua, muerde la suavecita acá, throw.
I throw the flag. I throw the flag.
Ahora, threw, threw.
I threw the ball on the floor. I threw the ball on the floor.
I've never thrown my phone.
I have never thrown a phone at an assistant. I have never thrown a phone at an assistant.
To lay. Lay. En el contexto que te lo voy a enseñar es como poner algo o dejar algo. Y va a ser lay, laid, laid. Lay, laid, laid. Let's lay our cards on the table.
Say, let's lay our cards on the table. Say, let's lay our cards on the table.
I laid these bricks. Laid.
I laid these bricks with my own 2 hands. I laid these bricks with my own 2 hands.
He's laid his trap.
That's the place I've laid my trap. That's the place I've laid my trap.
Forget. Forget, olvidar. Y tenemos forget, forgot, forgotten. Forget, forgot, forgotten. Normalmente la estructura, forget something.
I forgot my speech. I forgot my speech.
Pasado, forgot.
I forgot my books. I forgot my books.
I've forgotten your name.
I'm sorry, the school gave me your name, but I've forgotten it. I'm sorry, the school gave me your name, but I've forgotten it.
To fly. To fly. Normalmente, to fly somewhere. Volar a algún lugar.
I fly to the moon. I fly to the moon.
O flew. Flew.
I flew to Dublin. I flew to Dublin.
I've never flown on a jet.
Fly on a plane, I've flown on Air Force One. Fly on a plane, I've flown on Air Force One.
To sing. Cantar. Sing. Y tenemos sing, sang, sung. Sing, sang, sung.
I sing some great new songs in it. I sing some great new songs in it.
Pasado, sang.
I sang that song. I sang that song.
I've never sung before.
I have poured myself over your teachings. I have sung your Vedas. I have poured myself over your teachings. I have sung your Vedas.
To beat. Ganar, ¿no? To beat. Y tenemos beat, beat, beaten. Beat, beat, beaten.
I can beat him. I can beat him.
En pasado, I beat him.
I beat you. I beat you.
I've never beat him.
I've beaten Dr. Evil before and I'll beat him again. I've beaten Dr. Evil before and I'll beat him again.
To sleep. Y tenemos sleep, slept, slept. Sleep, slept, slept. Y la frase más común es sleep in algún lugar o sleep in algo.
I sleep in gloves. I sleep in gloves.
O en pasado, slept.
I slept in my sleeper car. I slept in my sleeper car.
I've never slept.
I've slept in the backseat before. I've slept in the backseat before.
To drink. Tomar, beber, ¿ya? Y tenemos drink, drank, drunk. Drink, drank, drunk.
I drink alcohol. I drink alcohol.
I drank, pasado, I drank a beer last night.
I drank a beer. I drank a beer.
He's drunk a lot of wine.
I have drunk nothing yet. I have drunk nothing yet.
To hide. Tenemos hide, hid, hidden. Hide, hid, hidden. Y normalmente la estructura es hide something.
I hide cash everywhere. I hide cash everywhere.
Pasado, hid.
I hid it in here years ago. I hid it in here years ago.
She's hidden. Hidden. She's hidden her purse.
I've hidden the dirty sock from the roof somewhere in your apartment. I've hidden the dirty sock from the roof somewhere in your apartment.
To feed. Y tenemos feed, fed, fed.
I feed her, I smile at her jokes. I feed her, I smile at her jokes.
I fed, pasado, I fed the kids.
I fed the kids. I fed the kids.
I've fed you already.
I have taken you into my home. I have sheltered and fed you. I have taken you into my home. I have sheltered and fed you.
To lead. Dirigir. Lead, led, led. Lead, led, led. Y normalmente es lead someone, dirigir a alguien.
How can I lead my people? How can I lead my people?
El mes pasado, I led the project.
You people say I led you. You people say I led you.
I've led. I've led.
I've led real soldiers in more difficult situations than this. I've led real soldiers in more difficult situations than this.
Si llegaste al final, por favor avísame y espero que trataste de hacer tus propios ejemplos porque es muy importante. Y por favor déjame saber si quieres más lecciones, dándote todo lo esencial que necesitas para poder comunicar en inglés. ¿Okay? Mil gracias a todos que han venido a Patreon para apoyar este canal. Mil gracias a cada uno de ustedes. Y eso, espero que estés muy bien. Hasta entonces, chao, chao.